Mark Zuckerberg breaking his silence, saying in a post to his followers on Facebook, "We have a responsibility to protect your data and are working to make sure that this doesn't happen again." He, in his post, runs through a timeline of events back to 2007 onto the revelation that in 2015 that data had been shared in violation with Facebook's policies, Zuckerberg admitting a, quote, breach of trust between Facebook and the people who shared their data with us and expect us to protect it. Zuckerberg then outlines the steps he and his colleagues at Facebook are taking to fix this problem. Zuckerberg saying they'll investigate all apps with access to large amounts of data that goes back to before their policy changed in 2014, saying that they will audit apps.
Who is talking about Facebook right now?
Kelly, back over to you.
You have no idea what you agreed to. And all of that data, location, shopping, sites, where you travel, places you visit, all of that is being accumulated, sold, marketed all around the world, okay? And so Facebook's a piece of it, and they're also huge buyers of other data. This is not just the data you think you have your little cute kitten up there. And so I think people have the right to know what it is and where it is and how it's controlled and why it's controlled. And I think it's true for all these data providers. You know, people, you have to do something like that. Crises are going to happen, okay? And they are tough. And of course, when they happen, I don't mean to insult the media. The second there's a crisis, the first thing that happens is everyone who's never been, in one, and so I tell people it's a letter to every AG, every newspaper, every article, and they're all going to come and kick you when you're down. That's what happens, and it will not stop. But what you have to say is, what's the legitimate part of the complaint? I mean, forget that. That's important for morale of a company, and you got to face it. And facts, analysis, detail, get the people together. So the crisis I've had, I always got the people in the room say, you know what? This is going to be really bad. It's going to really hurt. They're going to drag me through the mud. Forget all that. We have a company to run. We got clients to take care of. We're going to manage all that. But we're going to figure out what we did wrong. We're going to fix it. We're going to apologize for the mistakes. We're going to deal with it head on. So help me God. And you have to do that, because putting it under the rug is the worst thing you can do. And and thinking you know it ahead of time is not so good either. Like, very often the answer is, I don't know. And when I know, I will tell you. So we had some problems in Washington. And I didn't tell them. I said, I don't know yet. When we know, we're going to take proper action. But I couldn't start making promises before I knew that, so you get in trouble. And you find out in tough times, who is in the foxhole, who you can really trust. You learn a lot more about people in tough times than in good times. And
And one of the management cultures of Axios is a culture of candor. And one of your principles that's very related to a crisis is you say, face facts.
Yeah. I do it generally. I mean, you want everything to be laid out on the table and all the facts and stuff like that. And sometimes people are afraid of saying it, and sometimes, it's like, don't give the boss the bad news. Problems don't age well. They're always usually much worse than you think. Okay, some of them are much worse than you think. And you're digging your own grave while you're sitting there wasting time. And, so when we have a problem, and of course we're going to have problems. We have 250,000 people. We deal with 100 countries and 100 million Americans and, millions of small businesses, et cetera. And you want to find out about the problem. In fact, what you really want is you to tell us. I mean, I tell people when someone has a complaint, that's a gift to you. Very often management teams like, they're here complaining again. No, it's a gift, because that person complaining is telling you what you're doing wrong or making them unhappy. And usually I tell people, we're really messing something up for you, we're probably messing up for 100,000 people. You really helped me do that. So cold-blooded facts and analysis. When you're in management, again, facts, detail, analysis, keep on unpeeling that. You never stop unpeeling it when you're trying to find out what's really going on. And also emphasize the negatives. Very often in management, literally, they'll show you slide after slide after slide about how well you're doing, and you're doing bad. Badly, sorry. Okay? And
you suck.
Yeah. And you seriously, and it's amazing to me that people stand up there and they say, this is way up and that's up. And of course they're using the data set that makes it look good, and again, emphasize the negatives, and seek out. And a bunch of these folks said the same lesson I've learned. Get on the road, get out there, go, see, hang out, go to the bar with your employees, talk to customers, go out, go on the sales call. It's like, you can say, well, why are you doing that, Jamie? I learn a lot of stuff that's going on in my company when I go on the road. And we go on a bus trip too every year. We put on jeans and polo. We go to branches and call centers. We got small business dinners, big companies. We go to schools. We go to op centers. We invite the grandmas and the grandmothers, our employees to come. But on that bus, we have tellers and loan officers, and we literally, when they walk in, it's like, you get a beer and immunity. You can say whatever you want. My parents used to have this complaint night. You could say whatever you want. Of course, we always tested that by saying things we knew that we weren't supposed to say. But we would fix those problems. We make a list and we get on the phone, say, is it true that we only got one person manning that desk and when lunch is not, no one answers? Yes, add a person. Just on the spot. You know, decisions, and some takes more analysis than that. But and it makes you a better company, and it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.